Hi, my name is Chris Rowe. I've been analyzing and trading stock and options for about 13 years. Worked on Wall Street managing money for about 9 of those years for individuals and institutional investors. Welcome to my Tycoon Report weekly market wrap-up. We decided to put these videos together because of the recent market turbulence we've been experiencing. Sometimes it's very hard to look at the stock market. Days like today, you just want to take a quick peek at what's going on and hopefully understand within 5 minutes so you can close your computer and go back to enjoying your life. And it's very hard to do lately if you are very bullish. But what we do once a week is we decide to give you a quick market summary, and we show you that there's always a bull market somewhere. Here's what happened today. Pretty ugly. It's hard to even make a joke about this. You can see that the NASDAQ is down 9.14%. NASDAQ 100 was down about 10.5%. This is pretty ugly. I'd love to make a joke about this and make light of it, but here's what happened in the in terms of sector activity. You can see the financials got hit the hardest. Energy also got slammed. Here's the S&P 500. You can see this huge drop today. Again, this is the biggest drop we've seen since 1987. And folks, I hate to say it, but it could get much worse. Here's the NDX, which is the NASDAQ 100, and the NASDAQ 100 had a 10.5% drop. Just disgusting. All right, it's the biggest one-day decline since 1987. That's what we're looking at here. Here's what happened. The House of Representatives rejected the Emergency Economic Stabilization Act. They rejected it. They don't want to, they're worried about executive compensation. They feel like they don't want to bail out Wall Street. Really, everybody got us into this mess. It's not just, Wall Street or politicians or just the mortgage broker or the real estate broker. It's really everybody's, irresponsibility. Is that a word? Anyway, it was a vote of 228 to 205. Congress, they needed a vote of 218. Congress is going to work toward a new plan, so you might get a market rebound. But really, the market opened lower today. People knew that there was going to be a vote today. Now, either there's some market manipulation, but of course, I'm sure that our politicians are so honest that they wouldn't have given any clue as to what was going to happen today, because that would be market manipulation. But anyway, you got to think about this. The market opened lower. People knew the vote was going to happen today. Frankly, I don't think that it was because they knew something was up. I just think that people started really thinking about what if we get a bailout package? What else? Once we get the bailout package, then what? Still looking at some pretty big problems here. Anyway, so Congress is going to work toward a new plan, and they don't know how long it will take, which is why the market dropped so much. Now the credit markets are upside down. They're hurting. They're very tight. The TED spread rose to its biggest. It's 63 basis points to 3.55%. That's the biggest level. It's the highest level that we've seen since 1984. And the TED spread's the difference between what banks charge each other for 3-month dollar loans and what the U.S. government pays for 3-month loans, which is the 3-month T-bill basically. So that rose 63 basis points to 3.55%, highest level since 1984. That indicates that banks are reluctant to lend to each other. Anyway, let's see here. What else do we have? Citigroup. This is old news, but I have to talk about it because it's just, if you go back and look at my past market wrap-up videos, I make fun of these, these financings and, Wachovia and Washington Mutual, and, they tried to tell you that, this might be the bottom and the worst is behind us. It was an insult to our intelligence. You go back and you check the old videos that I did. I literally laughed at them a couple times. I don't laugh very often in these videos, but when they try to make us feel more comfortable and like it might be over, that's it's an insult to us. But anyway, here we go. Wachovia, you can see, got slammed over the last few days from 15 down to $1. So basically, Citigroup bought. They're going to pay about $2.2 billion in stock. It's about $1 for it's $1 per share for Wachovia. And it's about $700 billion of Wachovia's banking operation assets and liabilities. It's a transaction facilitated by the FDIC. Citibank's also going to raise $10 billion in common stock, cut their dividend in half, and so on. Wachovia is going to keep A.G. Edwards, and so on and so on. All right, let's go next. Anyway, crude futures got slammed 10% to 95.48 per barrel. Well, there's a silver lining in the cloud, isn't there? Anyway, there's always a bull market somewhere, folks, and today I'm going to show you where there is a bull market, where there probably will, be a bull market. This is a very, very quick rally. I recommended UDN right here. It's at about 27, ran up to about 28.5 real quick. It's pulled back. I think now is another good chance to get into UDN. Now, if you want to sit in some cash, it makes sense to get into UDN if you think the dollar is going to lose value versus other currencies. And I think that's a good thing. I think you want to hedge against a decline in the dollar. You put half of your cash into UDN. This way, if the dollar tanks, UDN moves up. It's sort of a hedge. I know a lot of people that have all their money in this, all their cash. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Here's the long-term view. What you were looking at before, this is a 6-month chart. And here's about just going back since the ETF was created in the beginning of 2007. Anyway, you can see that you have a big rally as the dollar continued to get smacked. It traded from 25 up to 30 over a couple of years, so basically gained 20% while everybody else's dollar declined in value. So, if your cash was in UDN and you decided you want to take a trip to Europe or somewhere, it did not get much more expensive. Anyway, folks, for more videos like this, go to www.thetycoonreport.com. Check out the video section. Please check us every week around 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'll wrap up the market in 5 minutes or less. In crazy times like this, it might take 10 minutes. But then at least you can go back to enjoying your life. Take care.